Hello, you're welcome again to Prep with Chigozie. And on this segment today, we're going to be looking at a few common redundant expressions I hear people use in writing and in speaking every now and again. Now, we often confuse word length for unnecessary repetition. Yes, we will think that because a writing has stipulated that we are supposed to have 250 words or more, and we tend to think that, oh, let me add more words, and by so doing, we just end up repeating ourselves, repeating word choices, which of course doesn't show fluency. It doesn't show capacity in terms of your ability to write in a very concise manner, right? So I think that that's one of the easiest issues to spot in the writing, for me at least. Once I look through a writing and I can see unnecessary repetitions, I can already tell. And here are some of the very few that I hear very often. These ones, I hear them regularly, even among my students. So the first on my list is hit the nail on the head and go straight to the point. Yes, hit the nail on the head is already an idiomatic expression that means to go straight to the point. So you do not say hit the head on the nail and go straight to the point. Again, going to the point, or you say hit the nail on the head. Right, yes. The second on my list is certain expressions like I am 21 years of age, or I am 25 years of age. Yes, there's no point adding. If you say you are 25, it's pretty clear that is your age. I mean, you are 25 couldn't possibly mean anything else. So I am 25. Or yeah, if you want to add a little more words to your speech, you can say I'm 25 years old, but then having to say I am 21 years of age, that is too redundant, right? Unnecessary repetition. Yes, the next I hear very often, I've found this mistake even among, I understand why it is a common error, right? It has been passed down from generation. Yes, your guess is as good as mine right now. So therefore is a cause and effect transition that means the same thing as a conjunction. So, right? So you want to say something like the road was clogged up today. There were too many cars on the road, so I left the house pretty late than normal. So you can say, so I left the house pretty late than normal, or you just say, therefore I left the house pretty late than normal. So you can say, so therefore in the same sentence. No, don't do that. The next I have on my list is to emphasize more. Yes, I think earlier in my career as a teacher, I tend to use this often because you want students to get to the point, right? So you want to be like, I need to emphasize more on this. No, you don't emphasize more on anything. You emphasize. To emphasize is already buttressing. You're buttressing a point. You're proving a point, right? With, of course, more instances, more examples. That is what emphasize already means. So you say to emphasize the points made earlier, not to emphasize more on. You now add on again. Now that even makes it worse. So to emphasize that, he emphasized that, or the newscaster emphasized. You don't have to say emphasize more, right? Yes. What I have next here is repeat it again. Where you're repeating something, you're saying something for the second time, right? So you don't say repeat it again, I didn't hear it the first time. No, repeat yourself or say that again, right? Those are better ways to say it. That is more concise and straight to the point. Finally, drum rolls on my list, raise up your hand. Yes, when they used to punish us back then growing up, our parents would say raise up your hand, and even then I knew better because I would always wonder, why do I have to? If I raise my hand, it's pretty up already, so they don't need to add the up to it. So yes, I feel these were pretty helpful. Yes, and you want to practice using them often. So whenever you're speaking and you find that you make these errors, you want to catch yourself and just say the right thing so that you sound a little more confident and concise. There's nothing that speaks more of an educated person than speaking in a more concise and precise manner, right? Having too many words in places where you don't need them does not demonstrate that you are learned. Instead, they demonstrate that you are just making a fuss about it, unnecessary fuss about it, and in a way, you could prove that you are probably semi-literate. Yes. So to speak more confidently, right? Zap yourself whenever you're saying things more than normal, and of course, speak better. Until I come your way next time with something as exciting and informative as this.